crafty babes, Andrea here, ready to share with you finally my week in the life from May 2019. I had so much fun doing this project in a 9x12. Each day got its own page, its own double page spread, and every single day also got something. I wanted to be pretty consistent, so I made a daily title cover, a daily card. Every day got a card that had this general design. So I used these are from LE Studio. They are, I forget the name of the font, but they are gorgeous. And then, so I did this whole masking thing, and this whole tutorial is on my IGTV if you want to see how I did it. But I basically used a mask, and then the scripted day of the week is from Carrie Bradford. I did a little like squiggly border around it. I used a color of washi or some sort of embellishment here underneath, and then I stamped the date. So each day you'll see that being consistent. There's not much else that I did to be consistent other than just making the page flow and making the day feel like all the photos and cards, embellishments all went together. And I was really excited about doing this project this year because it's the first time ever doing a day in the life that I have not been working outside the house. So to capture my entire week being at home was so much fun. So I'm just gonna you've got a lot of opportunities to look at the different parts of the page. And so I'm just gonna talk about a couple of different things that stick out to me. What I really enjoyed doing was doing little bits of journaling about each photo. And that was really helpful by using a lot of the In a Creative Bubble products. What I did actually was I went back through all of my In a Creative Bubble printables and looked for specific ones that would be great for documenting daily stuff, documenting morning or evening, like specific stuff like that, stuff that I knew I was going to be documenting. And I didn't buy anything new as far as printables in order to make this 7-page project. So I did a little bit of probably more journaling on this day than I did on any of the other days, but I really was very intentional about the photos that I took. Like normally I would not take a photo of what I bought at the check stand at Target, but I was being, again, very intentional. Little things that were so different this year were, eating my lunch outside on the patio with Charlie, watching a show while I worked, different things that I have never experienced before. The other thing that I really enjoyed doing was typing. So my typewriter is out and handy, and so any chance I got, I really wanted to make sure that I used my typewriter. And as you can see, each day gets a different color. So I would figure out what color scheme I was using, get it all prepped, and then I would decide on what color looked best being in that spot. I didn't want there to be too much, one color going on. You know how I work. You know how I do things. So Wednesday was something I did a little bit differently on this day is I used the Ali Edwards roller time stamp, and I stamped the time of most of the things that were happening throughout the day. And again, quite a bit more journaling than I normally do, but I'm kind of diving in a little bit more into the details about this week, and that's really what this project is about. Thursday, I did some time stamping for what our morning looked like. So our morning looked the same every day, on the weekdays. So I didn't need to document those details every single day. And so there were times when I think this photo maybe was taken, oh no, this was right, but there was another photo that was taken on a different day, but I used it on another day where I was filling in, because it happened every day. It didn't need to be specifically in one day or another. Let's see. I don't know. I really like this page. I like the blue and the green together. That's what I'm gonna say. A lot of stamping. Stamping on photos makes things really easy. You don't have to tell a whole story. It can be done in a little stamped sentiment. Make it easy. Friday, I did a lot more typing. And this is also a day that I was much more intentional about taking photos that I wouldn't have taken before. Sure, I would have probably taken a photo of Marshall and Charlie in the car. I would have taken a selfie, but I would not have stepped back and taken a photo of the boxes that were delivered, or our house from across the street, or my keys in the mailbox. Like, those are things that I was really intentional about making sure that I was capturing. And I did a little bit of stitching, lots of clustering. Here I even took an X-Acto knife and cut a little strip here and then stuck my the tea bag packaging inside of here, which I thought was really fun. Saturday, I actually typed on a photo, and the great thing about the matte photo paper that I use is that it is porous, I guess is the right word, but it's dry. So typing on that photo paper is magical because it doesn't slide around like it would on a glossy photo, and the paper is thick enough that it doesn't wiggle all over the place, or it really worked. It was the first time I'd ever done it. Also, a little bit more stitching. I did some stitching around here. On here I was really adding lots of little details and just having fun. I had so much fun. I felt really free and creative doing this project. And I think part of it was because I had a formula and I knew I didn't have to think about this. I just got to pick a color and I got to add a cute little embellishment, and I didn't have to think about what things were going to be like. I had a formula. I knew that I could only fit so many photos and I had to pare down, and it worked well. I loved it. Sunday was Mother's Day. I actually stamped using white stamp ink, and I'm not 100% sure that I love how it turned out. And maybe it was just because this was a little bit too light. It shows up pretty well in the dark, but it was the first time I'd used it, and I've got to just have some more practice with it, that's for sure. A little bit about what the morning was like, pictures kind of just, again, throughout the day, and I wanted to make sure that I ended the week with some things that were more specific to like ending out a day as well, like my bed before, going to bed, putting Marshall to bed, just things that were a little bit more of like a wrap up to not only just the day, but also to the week. And again, having a plan ahead of time was so helpful. Knowing that I could have a formula with some flexibility was great, but also just knowing that I had a certain amount of photos and I could tell a certain amount of stories. It really just worked out really well. I had so much fun doing this project, and I probably will, did I say week in the life or day in the life? Because this is obviously week in the life, but I feel like in the beginning of this I said day in the life. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed taking a little look inside my week in the life album or project, and I will talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.